guys, Toby here, back for another video, and in today's video we are going to be going over the reasons why I got into Strongman and the reasons why you should possibly get into Strongman as well. Strongman is one of those things that it came to me at a really weird time in my life, and I was not expecting to get into it whatsoever. And it's one of those sports that is insanely fun, but it requires a lot of hard work, some talent, but nearly everyone can train it. Before I get into the reasons why Strongman for me is my favourite form of training and my favourite way to keep healthy, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on the previous videos. We are really ramping up with how this channel is growing, and in just a couple of weeks it is going super well. And remember, if you want supplements, protein bars, straps, wraps, shakers, t-shirts, anything you want, link in the description to myo-band and use code TOBYLIVELY1 for 10% off. Really good products, really good company. As you saw in my supplement video, if you watched that, I've been using that company for ages, and they saw that video and decided to make me an affiliate. So thank you for doing that and supporting me as a creator and supporting the channel. Now we're going to get into 5 reasons why I enjoy Strongman and why I got into it. So reason number 1, this is probably one of the most important reasons for me and as why I got into Strongman, is because it is so much fun. It is brilliantly good fun. I have so much fun doing it. And I don't know why, but something like the primal urges of me as a human being, I just love picking stuff up, moving it around, and trying to pick up the heaviest things I can in the most awkward and cool ways possible. And that's what Strongman's all about. It's really all about picking something up, going A to B, whether it be running with weight, picking a super huge weight up from the floor in a deadlift form, pressing something overhead. It's all about moving weights from A to B. Heavier the weight, the better. So much fun and ideal for my way of training. So another reason I got into Strongman, and this is probably the main reason I got into Strongman out of all these reasons, is because to start in Strongman, it is super cheap. And I'm talking about, like, you can do it for absolutely free. Now, you can't do it well for absolutely free, but you can do it. So I started in the first of 3 lockdowns here in the UK, where I had no gym equipment. I'd started going to a gym at university, doing a bit more powerlifting style things, lifting some big weights. And I wanted to keep up my level of strength and fitness through the lockdown with no equipment whatsoever. So what did I do? I went into the garden. I found a 60-kilo huge boulder. I'd pick it up, I'd carry it, and I'd run up and down the garden, up and down the driveway, pick it up, put it on my shoulder, try and press it overhead, deadlift it, row it, do all sorts of things with this boulder to keep my strength up. And it worked really well for the month and a half I used it for, and I used that solely along with some press-ups, pull-ups, some bodyweight stuff as my main form of training, and I made really good progress doing that. So when I finally bought some weights a month and a half into the lockdown, my deadlift actually increased by 10 kilograms just from training with this rock, which is crazy. It's newbie gains 100%. Like the new meta, if you've got a 300 kilo deadlift and want a 310 kilo deadlift, don't abandon all weights and go pick up a rock, because that probably won't help. But as someone who was just getting into it and increased their deadlift from 140 kilos to 150 kilos at the time, this rock was a really good way to maintain my strength. And as I said, it's absolutely free, absolutely cheap. And a lot of the Strongman equipment I use at the minute, I've either got for incredibly cheap secondhand off of eBay, made myself, found. So for instance, my big tire that I use, my 100-kilo tire, I found that in a lay-by. I've said that in another video where we talked about the top 5 ways to get into Strongman for absolutely free. That follows on from this point, and I definitely go and watch this video. But all of that stuff I do use to this day, and it was super cheap, super free. Now, that being said, if you do want to train Strongman properly and get like a log, some deadlift weights and stuff, you can't do that for free or cheap, but it's definitely one of those sports which you can use nearly anything to train. So the third reason why I love Strongman is because of the strength community. It is one of the best communities I've ever had the luxury to be a part of. I've spoken to numerous strongmen who are just absolutely lovely. I've spoken to people who love the sport, compete in the sport, watch the sport, and coach the sport. Like, everyone is super friendly. There's various Discord servers, discussion threads, everyone on Instagram, YouTube, everyone's super friendly to see you progress and keep you going. And if you guys may know, I actually went and trained with a World's Strongest Man competitor in the UK Strongest Man 2020, Gavin Bilton, and he was the nicest man I have ever met. Super passionate about the sport, super excited that I wanted to go and get involved with the sport. Gave me loads of tips and was really nice, didn't charge me a huge amount, and trained me for like 2 hours, gave me some really good tips and techniques, and honestly one of the nicest men I've ever met, and that goes for most of the strongmen I've had the fortune of speaking to. They have all been absolutely lovely, and I can't wait to meet more of them and hopefully train with some more of them at some point. So the fourth reason why I love strongman and I got into it and I keep interested in it so much is because it is insane for keeping you healthy. And I know you may not look at some of the world level strongman competitors and think they are the pinnacle of a healthy human being, because in most cases they're not, but they are more healthy than you quite imagine. Again, they are athletes, so they have to be healthy. And yeah, for me personally, I started training at a time where I was probably about 30 to 40 kilograms heavier than I am now. I was a big fat lump. I was 17 stone. I was just really unhealthy. I'd get out of breath walking up the stairs. I'd not be able to feel happy. I'd not do anything really. And then I found strongman and I trained it. And the big part of strongman is the cardio element of running with weights, moving with weights. And that may be better cardio than you think. You have to do a lot of medleys, a lot of circuits, and picking up weights where it is fun and keeps you strong. The health bit of the cardio and different ways to make cardio fun and enjoyable, tying us back to the very first point I made, is one of those things that it keeps you healthy and keeps you motivated, even if you're doing a sport that isn't massively associated with being super healthy. One of the main points, I guess, is that you can use strongman as any way you want. Like, you can do it where you just eat and eat and eat, get as big and heavy as possible to pick up as big as heavy possible weights. That's not how I do it. At the minute I am on a bit of a bulk, I'm getting bigger, I want to get bigger. But when I started, I was all about losing weight and cutting, and I used strongman as a tool to help me get loads of cardio in, get lots of good hard cardio in that I found enjoyable and fun, so it kept me interested. There's nothing more boring than standing on a treadmill and plodding along or running for ages to me. I prefer short, sharp, hard bits of cardio, like picking up a boulder and running as far as I can with it, or farmer's handles, or flipping a tire, that sort of thing. More fun bits of cardio that make you feel like you've actually accomplished something. And that is what strongman's really good for, and that's why strongman has been keeping me healthy and maybe much healthier than I used to be. So the final point as to why I got into strongman and why you should get into strongman is a bit of a strange one. It's probably not one you're expecting, but it is the fact that I am just naturally good at the sport. Like, I'm naturally strong. I've always been strong. As long as I can remember, I've been the strong one of the friendship group. And I thought, why not put that to the test, really test myself, see how my genetics are folding. And now, even though I train with a load of people of different ages, and I know and speak to loads of people of different ages, I can safely say that genetically, in just a year from where I've come training wise, I've been able to put on a lot of strength and size relatively easily, with no signs of really slowing down so far. And that is purely due to my genetics. And I'm really lucky to be able to say that my genetics are pretty good for building strength as it stands at the minute, because I know not everyone has those genetics. But for me, this is just what I'm good at naturally, and that is why I've probably taken to it so well. So I'd urge everyone out there to give it a try, and you never know, it might be the thing that you're naturally good at. It might be your talent, because no one expected me, who at the time, who was just a big, fat, lazy piece of crap really, to love going to the gym and be the gym lad out of the group, because it's just not something people saw. And then when I started doing it, I found it was something I was naturally good at. And even when I was bigger, I was really enjoying doing it. Even though I was slow and out of breath all the time, really unhealthy, I was still able to pick up heavy weights and move with them relatively easily. So it's just one of those things that I'm good at, so I do. And I find it really satisfying to do, because again, it's something that I'm good at personally. So you never know, you might be good at it as well, and you should definitely try it for that reason. But that is probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm addicted to this sport, because you see people and you can like look at them, you can go, they're a runner, they're a weightlifter, they're like a swimmer. Most people genetically fit different parts of sport, but everyone can try different sports. It's not like, even if your genetics aren't great, there are 4 other reasons why strongman might be for you. And I've got a lot of friends, one in particular who I'm not going to name in case he doesn't want me to name him, obviously. But he is a big runner. He struggles to put on size quite a bit. relatively strong, but not the strongest by any means. But he loves strongman training, even though genetically he shouldn't. Like, he's not good at it at all genetically. He's going to find it really hard to progress in the sport and get better and better. But he just enjoys the training as a fun way to keep healthy and a fun way to test his strength for where it is. And that's why anyone of any level can join this sport. And again, taking it back to one of the other points, point 3, I think it was, is the community. No matter what level you're at, the community will get behind you. And that is something I found, because I joined the community right as a newbie who really had no experience with it and was just lifting a boulder. And everyone I spoke to was super, super supportive. And now that I'm getting better and better at the sport and becoming more and more accustomed to different bits of equipment, I am joining areas of the community which there are lots of newbies, and I'm then able to be supportive to them because I know how helpful it was to me to get into the sport. So what I'd recommend, if you want to get into strongman, is take these 5 things into account, whether you will be naturally good at it, because if you are, massive advantage. If you're not, don't let that scare you. Just do your best and you'll do well. Hard work can outweigh genetics. That is the big thing. The biggest example I use of that is you see people like Hafthor Bjornsson and Brian Shaw, Tom Stoltman, 6'8", 6'9" giants, huge frame to put on muscle, perfect levers. And they got beat in 2017 by Eddie Hall, who he will admit himself, genetically, he is not the best strongman. Genetically, he would not put on enough frame. And another one is Alexei Novikov, who won 2020 World's Strongest Man. Again, he's not 6'9". He's the same height as me, on the border of 6'6", He's not got the biggest frame. He's not the heaviest guy, but he's genetically got good levers for deadlift, as does Eddie Hall. But that's it. Eddie Hall and Novikov have one of those things, which is work ethic. And if you can work and work hard enough, you can bypass your genetics and win these competitions. Now, I'm not saying that I want to compete or anything, because I don't have any interest in getting to that level, because it requires things that I am not comfortable doing. And I just want to have fun doing the support and just have fun doing the training and have fun just lifting things and staying healthy as myself. I don't have any aspirations to get to a high level. I just want to push myself and my body as far as it will go, how I can do that in myself. So thank you guys so much for watching. That has been 5 reasons why I'm into strongman and why you should give strongman a go. I really hope you have enjoyed. These shorter videos are going to be sort of a weekly thing where I do top 5s, because quite frankly, they're quite easy to make. And I feel like I've got a lot of topics that I can cover. And being a university student at the minute, I've got a lot of work I need to do. So I can't do big videos like training sessions and stuff like that take a while to edit. I just need to do some of these smaller videos to fill out my channel a bit more. And I feel like a lot of people can learn from these videos from a personal standpoint and personal experience that I've taken away. Because I've been doing this sport now for about a year, which I know isn't very long, but for some people, they've only been in it a month, 6 months, not at all, and they'll watch this video and they'll find it helpful. And maybe even those people who have been into the sport for years and years can hear something in these videos and go, oh, I hadn't thought of that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. If you would like protein bars, supplements, anything like that I already stated, go to the link in the description and use code TobyLively1. And if you want to follow me on my socials, they are at TobyLively on Instagram, and there's a link to my Twitter in the description below, where I tweet about various things going on. And on Instagram, I post pretty much daily training footage that you'll probably see overlaid in some of these videos and stuff. But if you want a preview, obviously go on the Instagram, probably the best place to contact me as well if you want to talk to me. But anyway, I've been Toby, this has been the video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.